Hey guys, welcome back to another clip of Schach-manuel-lernen. Today with a special game. It's like my first classical game that I ever played in my life. So it was 2005, I was 10 years young, I was innocent and I just wanted to play a tournament game. So we check it from the perspective of the white pieces. Don't expect too much of quality. So e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, as we know. And back then I played bishop b5, which is the Spanish opening. And after knight f6, knight c3, my opponent played bishop c5. And here the normal theory is kind of castling and then just developing with d3, for instance, bishop e3 and all this stuff. However, I decided to capture the knight. It's also possible after recapture, castled, and then I took the pawn. This pawn is not for free, but yeah. And after rook e8, I retreated the knight. And now knight to d3 wasn't the best move because it blocks the d-pawn, and when the d-pawn is blocked, the bishop has more problems. So he played bishop d4, and after bishop d4, I thought I have to retreat the knight, but here's the problem that we just lose this pawn. So he played bishop g4, which is a strong move, because I can't block it with that because of my king. So I played queen e1, but now rook captures, and basically the game is already over from nowadays perspective. I played c3, he can capture with the rook, queen d1, he can capture there. Yeah, everything is protected by him. And the next move is a deadly threat with the rook. So here he decided to play rook f4, which is not the best move because we can capture now the bishop. Here is to say it was my first game and my opponent had like 1500. And yeah, it was the junior championship with juniors that were below 12 years old. So rook d4, queen b3, capturing, rook b8, queen a7, then queen d4, we trade queens. And now the opening was terrible for white's perspective, and that's why we have a piece less. So I played b3, developing the bishop, knight to d4, rook f4. The idea was pinning the knight, bishop h5, d3, and then he played a nice move, queen c3. We will see why it works, like when we capture the rook, what happened in the game. He has knight e2, and then he gives the fork, so he will win the material back instantly. So bishop e3, knight to c2, so he attacks the rook and the bishop. The only way to not losing material on the spot is bishop a7, because rook e1 for protecting the bishop is not working because of knight captures. So bishop a7, rook a8, rook c1, knight retreats a3, then he captures here, and after that he captures now the bishop. I capture the knight, so he won a pawn, and here he could not grab the second pawn. It was a bit what I hoped, actually, to give here a classical back rank checkmate. However, he played king f8, so this is not possible anymore. Then I play b4 for protecting the a3 pawn, king e7, king f2, g5, h3. Yeah, nowadays I actually would continue playing this position, but as a junior I learned never to give up in chess. That's why I played until the very end. So f5, rook e3, king d6, check. Then we go to the 7th rank. He captures, I capture, check, king g1. Now I win another pawn. So he's still a bishop up at the end. King d6, g4, capture, capture. And then, yeah, I guess I had a bad moment. Yeah, because I captured the pawn and I just lose immediately the rook. I don't show you other variations because, yeah, it doesn't help a lot. So I captured, and then just to showing the end of the game, he could have ended it quite fast. I don't know why he played king e2 after king g1. Yeah, queen e1, so he tortured me a bit unnecessary. And here at the end he still made a beautiful checkmate with bishop e4. So that was the very first chess game of my career. Almost 20 years ago. Time flies, and yeah, for all of the people who don't started with chess yet, you just have to start, you know. You will fall, you will rise up again, and chess is a fun game. So I wish you a wonderful weekend, stay healthy, and see you soon.